What is going on, YouTube? Shane here. Look, I know this is Shane's K-pop videos, but I'm a human being too. I have been following this George Floyd, Derek Chauvin murder trial from the beginning. I've watched almost every single witness testify. I've skipped over a few and read some summaries, but I've watched literally, each day was about, what, 7 hours? I've watched literally 20 to 30, 40 hours of this trial. I just went to bed, woke up, and heard that he was found guilty. I have not seen the actual video yet. I don't even think it was going to happen this quickly. I was expecting a few more days of deliberation, but after watching all the testimony, I thought, this probably could go quickly, but I wasn't sure. But I want to watch this guy. This is not for clickbait. This is not for views. I just want to watch this guy fry. If you've been following my Twitter, you know I've been following this closely. If you've been following my Twitter, you know I've been very passionate about this. So I need to watch him, and I need to document it, and I need to celebrate when they're taking him off in cuffs, like I see in every teaser image of this for the news channels. Let's just shut up. I need to watch the judge. This is Judge Cahill. We're gonna check out exactly what happened here. I want to watch every single part of this, and people reacting this. Look at that smug mother. I gotta watch my words. He was laughing and smiling throughout the whole thing. Watch my Twitter. Check out my Twitter. You'll see pictures of him smiling. He ain't gonna be smiling when he's in prison. Let's watch this now. Oh, he's nervous now. Are you nervous? No, he's not nervous. He thinks he's gonna get off. You smug mother. Let's go. There's the prosecution on the left. The defense. Yeah, Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson. I can't stand Mr. Nelson. He's a defense attorney. Mr. Nelson. Jackass. Alright, here's Judge Cahill. Alright. I gotta watch this.
Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict.
I wish I would have been able to watch the verdict live, but it happened just out of nowhere when I was sleeping. I didn't think it was going to happen so quickly, because they only deliberated 4 hours on the first day and then the rest of the time on the second day, but it's already out. They got the verdict on the second day. But the testimony was so damning. I'm sorry that I'm doing it. The testimony was so damning, especially from Dr. Tobin. Dr. Tobin was a pulmonologist. He was he's originally from Ireland. He was so intelligent. This guy has an IQ of probably 150. So intelligent. I'll be quiet, but that Dr. Tobin, watch his testimony if you want to see that. His testimony was so amazing, but it made you almost feel like you could feel how George died. That was hard to watch, but I had to watch it. Let's watch this right now. All right, come on, Judge. Come on, Your Honor.
Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court
well, hold on.
File number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19.
Look at his face. He's like, what? I'm guilty? Fuck you, motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to curse. He's gonna rot. Look at him. Oh no. Oh no, I gotta spend maybe 40 years of my life in prison. Which should be more. They're gonna try to get more.
Same caption.
Of course, if you're found guilty of the biggest charge, you're gonna be found guilty of the next two.
Count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption. Verdict, Count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Look
at his eyes. Look at his eyes. They're just like that. You know what? You've been laughing. You've been looking at me now. He's been laughing. He's been smiling. He had that same smug look that he had when he had his knee digging into George Floyd's neck and the other one on his back.
4-person 0.
Check my Twitter.
Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct verdicts.
Let's hear the jury's voice. Can we hear the jury's voice this time?
Juror number 2, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 9, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 19, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 27, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 44, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 52, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 55, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 79, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 85, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
You can hear them for the first time.
Are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 91, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Now remember, I'm going to stop it. These are the people, the 12 people that had to sit through and watch George Floyd be murdered again and again and again and again. I watched the whole trial, almost all of the whole trial too. I watched him die probably 25 to 30 different times. I watched it from different angle, from the what do you call what's that called, the camera on the gas station. I can't think of the name of the something with an M. That camera, the original the Fraser video that was on Facebook, not the 3 body cam. There was 4 different body cams plus the other officer that wasn't on the in that area. He was on the other side of the street. There was 5 body cams. You can hear him die. You can watch him die. 6, 7 different angles.
Juror number 92.
And they had to watch and sit through this the whole time, to every single second of it. And they found him guilty!
Are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Are these your verdicts? So say you one, so say you all.
Yes.
Members
Thank you,
of the
jury.
I find that the verdicts as read reflect the will of the jury and will be filed accordingly. I have to thank you on behalf of the people of the state of Minnesota for not only juries.
Look at him, he's just like, oh my god, I gotta go to prison now? I was a police officer for 19 years. Well, guess what? You're gonna be in prison longer! You're gonna be in prison longer now! With your, oh, maybe it was carbon monoxide poison. Oh, he followed police protocol even though your sergeant, the lieutenant, the police chief, they all testified against you! And more!
Service, but heavy-duty jury service. What I'm going to ask you to
Heavy-duty
do now
jury
is
service is right.
follow the deputy back into your usual room, and I will join you in a few minutes to answer questions and to advise you further. So, all rise for the jury.
That's the last time you're gonna stand up as a technically free man with no handcuffs. The last time you're gonna be standing up. You slimeball motherfucker. Rot in hell. Rot in prison. I gotta be quiet. No, I don't. I ain't gonna be quiet. These are my raw emotions. I'm gonna put them out there. The last time you're gonna sit in a nice leather chair, Mr. Chauvinistic
With the
motherfucker.
guilty verdicts returned, we're going to have Blakely, you may file a written argument as to Blakely factors within 1 week.
Yeah, they didn't even have time to fill out the Blakely waiver, which I didn't know what it was until I looked it up last night before I went to sleep. I mean, this just happened. I went to bed at like 4 a.m. It's only 2:26 p.m. It's been less than 10 hours since I went to bed. And this verdict came out, I think, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago maybe. So it was when I was just still sleeping, right when I was just still sleeping. Came out of nowhere. The Blakely waiver thing is that the judge will decide as to the different parts of the it's really hard to explain. Like, for example, in second-degree murder here, you have to have committed a felony in the 3rd degree that resulted in death. And they could have a jury decide on all those things and the aggravating factors, or they can have Judge Cahill do it. And they already stated that they wanted Judge Cahill to do it. They didn't get to sign it off yet because the jury found him guilty that quickly. Hell yeah, keep watching it.
We'll issue findings on the Blakely
Take 'em
factors,
away.
The factual findings.
Take him
1
away.
week after that, we'll order a PSI immediately returnable in 4 weeks.
I don't know what PSI is.
And we will also have a briefing on, after you get the PSI, 6 weeks from now, and then 8 weeks from now, we will have sentencing. We'll get you the
8 weeks for sentencing. Come on, sentence him now. But I got to hear what they say about the sentencing. I thought they're going to sentence him. I don't want to wait 2 months to get him sentenced, but whatever. He's going to be in prison.
Exactly.
He's going to be in prison.
in a scheduling order.
Justice is going to be served.
to have the court revoke the defendant's bail and remand him into custody pending sentencing.
Bail is revoked. Bond is discharged.
Yes, he is. Bail revoked. You don't get to get out on bail when you're a murderer. Even though he did before.
And the defendant is remanded to the custody of the Hennepin County Sheriff. Anything further?
All right.
Thank you.
He goes, yeah, get out of here, you smug motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Officer Chauvin. Now you're going to be prisoner number, fuck you, number 978, whatever the fuck you are. What is it? His bad number is what? Not, what, his 10, 9, 8, or 10, 8, 10, 8, 7, something like that. You're going to be prisoner 10, 8, 7 now. His attorney's talking to him. Yeah, okay, yeah, goodbye. Yeah. Can someone throw you on the ground now and put their knee on your neck? I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. Look, he's handcuffed. He's handcuffed. He's not on the ground. He's not. Chauvin ain't on the ground. He ain't on the ground. He doesn't have a knee on his neck. He just handcuffed, being very leisurely moved around. Here you go, sir. Let me move you. But that's how you're still supposed to treat humans. Even though this person's not really human, he's a devil. You're still treating him as a human being, you know, even though he's a murderer. Whereas Chauvin treated George Floyd, an innocent person, or maybe a $20 bill, as some kind of animal.
We're adjourned.
All right, we gotta watch the rest of all this stuff. So we already saw this. Is this the same exact? It's the same exact thing. I want to watch. Okay, this is the Floyd family. His brother Philonis.
My nephew, he calling me Baby Al. Jesse calling me Steve Harvey. But man, I feel relieved today that I finally have the opportunity for hopefully.
He finally looks happy for the first time since it happened.
Get some sleep. A lot of days that I prayed and I hoped and I was speaking everything into existence. I said I have faith that he will be convicted.
Yes, amen.
Whew. It's been a long journey.
It has
Less
been.
than a year. And the person that comes to my mind is 1955. And to me, he was the first George Floyd. That was Emmett Till. Wow. Wow. I did was on CNN with Deborah Watts, and she just brought him back to life. Wow. People forgot about him. Yeah. But he was the first George Floyd. But today, you have the cameras all around the world to see and show what happened to my brother.
Yeah, now police can't be doing that shit no more.
It was a motion picture. The world seen his
The
life.
whole world saw it. I'm out here in Korea. I watched all 20-something hours almost of that trial. I had to watch him die 20-something
do
times.
nothing but watch. Especially in that courtroom over and
over again.
as my brother was murdered. Times, they're getting harder every day. 10 miles away from here, Mr. Wright.
And he lives in Texas too.
Dante Wright.
Yeah, Dante Wright.
He should still be here.
13 and 20. There's a 20-year-old Dante and 13-year-old, I forgot his name.
We have to always understand that we have to march. We will have to do this for life. We have to protest.
But this is a huge starting point. Police in the United States and around the world, you're on notice now. You're not going to get away with the murders of black people or innocent people anymore, especially minorities. You're not going to get away with it. Black lives matter. And I'm sorry, there are some good police out there. I don't know what percentage it is, but Derek Chauvin was no policeman. He was a murderer, and now he is a murderer, convicted. Goodbye. Let's keep listening to the brother.
It seems like this is a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
Reverend Al always told me, we got to keep fighting. I'm going to put up a fight every day because I'm not just fighting for George anymore. I'm fighting for everybody around this world. Yeah. I get calls, I get DMs, people from Brazil, from Ghana, from Germany, everybody, London, Italy, they're all saying the same thing. We won't be able to breathe until you're able to breathe.
Amen.
Today, we are able to breathe again. Ms. Garner, I told you, we'll get justice. And we're going to fight for you too. We're going to fight for everybody. Thank you all so much for just giving us this time, because we're here and we're not going anywhere. And I want to thank all the protesters, all the attorneys who stepped up, all the activists who stepped up, and many who think they're not activists but advocates. Thank you all.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
justice for George means freedom for all.
All right. All right. Yeah, he did. Yes, he All right. Terrence Floyd. We will have Terrence Floyd, George's brother from New York City. The name, the preacher. Reverend Floyd.
I'm not gonna preach today, man.
You ain't gonna preach today?
Oh man, so many emotions right now, but I'm very thankful and grateful. Grateful for the people in this world, for the support, the prayers, the love that was shown, whether you sent it by social media or whether you sent it emails or however. We just appreciate the love. I appreciate the team, the Crump Law team. I call him Unc. I call him Unc. We built a bond, a relationship through this whole journey. I appreciate him. He would call me. I'm all the way in New York. He'll call me and check up on me and ask me I'm all right, because I'm the only one up there. Everybody else is down south.
Yeah, so they're in Texas.
He never thought it robbery to check up on me, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for Reverend Sharpton.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's been fighting a long time.
Yeah, amen to that. Oh.
Man. Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of history here.
There's a lot of then today. What is today? What is today? Today is April 20th, 2021. Police, American police, international police, you are on notice. History has been made. Yet there's a precedent now. Stop killing innocent black people. Stop killing innocent minority people. Stop killing people, period.
History is here.
Right now.
This is monumental.
It is.
Reverend Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, they lived to see this.
Wow.
Wow.
Their fight wasn't in vain.
It wasn't.
It just didn't happen when they did.
Didn't happen when they wanted it.
It happened
Now.
Amen.
And they here to see it.
Yeah.
And be proud of it.
Hell yeah.
It goes back to when he did that prayer service. My family is a family that will not back down from prayer.
Yes.
Come on.
Go ahead.
And I believe because of prayer, we got the verdict we wanted.
Amen. Amen.
We got on our knees. Some of us stood up, but we asked the right person. We asked the right one.
Yeah. Come on.
We said, God, we need justice. We need it now. And he answered. Oh man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that my grandmother, my mother, my aunts, they got to see this history made. I'm even grateful. I'm grateful my brother's not here. I'm grateful and I'm proud of him. I would salute him at every day of my life. I would salute him because he showed me how to be strong. He showed me how to be respectful. He showed me how to speak my mind. I'm gonna miss him. But
No, he's watching. He's there with you. He's in history, but he's with you too. He's with you in another realm, but he's with you.
What a day to be a Floyd, man.
Get out of here. All right, I want to see some of the
They told me.
news here.
How are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
Oh, this is before it came out.
Yes, but hopeful. I'm hopeful.
You were telling me how you've lived in Minneapolis for 25 years, and
Oh, it is here. Yeah. Should I watch him get taken off again? Yeah.
Members of the jury, I will now read the verdict.
Let's watch him get taken out again.
And then
Let's watch him get handcuffed one more time. Last time you're in a suit. Last time you're in a leather chair.
Of a verdict that will make an imprint on American history. You're
Hell yes, it will.
Post special report.
Goodbye.
The verdict
Not goodbye.
on the charge of second-degree
Bye-bye.
murder. The jury.
Bye-bye. Go rot in prison.
Murder. The jury found Derek Chauvin guilty
Of all three.
Of second-degree
There's
murder.
a guilty.
Slaughter.
Guilty. Say it with me. Guilty. Yeah, he is. Guilty, motherfucker.
He was remanded into custody. Right
Let's
away.
watch the celebrations now. Come on. Let's celebrate now.
On his face as he's wearing his mask and that of his lawyer. You can see there are people gathered outside the courthouse
Everybody's crying.
embracing and cheering on what they see as an act of justice. This case was unique in that what's thought of as the blue wall fell. Members of law
The blue wall has fallen. No more of this covering up for your partner in crime in the police. No more covering up for your underlings or for your supervisor. No more of that. Because we got our phones. You got your body cameras. You're not going to get away with the damn murders anymore. You got CCTVs all over the place. You're not getting away with it no more. No more.
Derek Chauvin, the chief of police of Minneapolis, testified against him. And
He did so. The chief of police, Sergeant Pluger, Lieutenant Zimmerman, they all testified against him. I watched the testimonies. Of course, the most damning testimony to me was Dr. Tubin. He was an amazing man. I salute Dr. Tubin. I think he's one of the ones that drove it home to those poor 12 members of the jury that had to sit through and watch George Floyd die again and again and again from this angle, from King's body camera, from Lane's body camera, from Tao's body camera. And remember, they're not sentenced yet. They haven't gotten their trials yet. They need to get their sentence, and then we need to get justice with that too. But with Chauvin guilty of all three, that's justice there too. But King, especially King, King couldn't find a pulse. Oh, I can't find one. And he's still on his back. King is an accessory to murder, okay? Aiding and abetting. Now, said second-degree murder, he's aiding and abetting. Lane asked to move Floyd, and Chauvin said no. But Lane's also the one that came up to Floyd's car with his gun cocked like this, like he's a gangbanger like this, and put the gun in George Floyd's face. If you don't know the whole video, which I didn't see all this until the court evidence came out, Lane is the one that came up there first with the gun cocked like this, King and Lane, and you see King shoving his head. I'm claustrophobic, give me 3 seconds. Shoving his head in there, shoving his head in there, shoving his head in there. And that's before he was on the ground. You know, he would have survived getting his head shoved into the car. But not 9 minutes and 20 motherfucking seconds of a knee and a thing here, and you're in handcuffs and you can't breathe on hard asphalt.
Against his actions. We did not see the jury. We do not know their names.
You heard their voices for the first time.
Until the judge decides it is safe.
Well, besides in jury selection, but you heard their voices.
To reveal who they are. But these 12 men and women, these 12 Minnesotans, have decided that Derek Chauvin.
All right, I just want to watch celebrations. I don't want to hear people.
Let me bring in my guest.
I just want to see the celebrations.
That for an officer, it's historical even before this. Historical in its own.
Can we just go just to the live shots?
You know, in many ways, this verdict, body cam footage, security footage. Mary Beth, what do you see as the defining elements that showed the jury Derek Chauvin was guilty?
Well, it's interesting, Libby, because
I want to see if I can find them all celebrating here.
An entire crowd erupted in cheers. They started chanting all 3 counts. And the reaction can best be summarized by Bree Graham. She's the woman I spoke with just before this verdict was read, who told us that she had been traumatized watching this trial.
Everybody's traumatized having to watch him die 30-something times, if you took 25, 30-something times, again and again and again, the same clips if you watch the whole thing.
Your reaction, and when that verdict was read, what went through your...
It's hard to watch an innocent person just have their life taken from him. And then even Dr. Chauvin said this is the moment that his life left his body. Dr. Chauvin, that's the moment the life left his body. He put a little yellow arrow. I'm never going to forget that.
I honestly, I don't really have the words for it right now, and I'm trying to take everything in. And it feels like we can take the day to celebrate that we're finally getting a taste of justice. And then tomorrow we move on to Dante, and we keep doing this until they give us what we need across the board, you know?
Right, amen.
Bree, a few moments ago, I saw you you started crying. It was emotional for not just you, but many folks here.
Everybody.
Explain to me a little bit more about, what did you have doubts leading into this verdict? How much?
I had some doubt. Well, to be honest, I really didn't. I had a doubt maybe that there'd be 1 or 2 jurors that's just an idiot and wouldn't find him guilty of the 2nd-degree murder, but would find him guilty of the 3rd degree. But I knew that for sure he was going to get the manslaughter charge. And there's no way that they can't prove that. But all the things that they showed, everything that they showed, and the way that the defense starts allegedly lying, saying, "Oh, state has to prove this and this," and then state says, "No, we don't have to prove that he intended to kill anybody. We don't have to prove that he intended to harm, but he did for the 3rd degree eminently dangerous act that caused the death. 2nd degree, that he committed an assault in the 3rd degree, which then led to death. He did not have to intend to kill. That's 2nd-degree murder. If he intended to kill him, it would have been 1st degree. But he did something dangerous without the regard for life. 2nd degree, 3rd degree murder, and 2nd-degree manslaughter. All guilty. Let's listen.
How worried were you about this?
Of course I had doubts. We have doubts every time something happens. I mean, we have doubts when the police say that he's unarmed and, Adam Toledo had his hands up. We have doubts when they lie about what the cameras are. We always have doubts, and this was definitive, and this was solidified, and we finally got the justice that we needed.
Let me speed it up, guys.
People see it on the news and they don't understand, but living here and breathing this energy in every single day, it's so much, and it finally feels like the smoke is cleared just a tiny bit enough just to take a deep
breath. A little bit.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself? You were telling me you're 31 years old. You've been in Minneapolis for how long? 10 years?
Yeah, over 10 years. I've been in St. Paul and Minneapolis, and this is what I would call home. My friends are here. Some of my most important families here.
Incredibly significant moment. I'm glad you were able to share this with you. Thank you so much for talking with us. And again, we appreciate your time. Lester, what she told me is something just we saw unfold here just within the last few minutes. We can look around. This is just demonstrators that are gathered here. They all gathered close together to watch the verdict unfold live on their cell phones. And they all gathered in small groups. And some of the feeds came in just a few seconds before the others. Different people were yelling guilty on that first count. And then I think once the 2nd and the 3rd count came in guilty, there was just a wave that just rippled across this crowd. And I think if I could sum it up in one word, Lester, it is relief. Relief from a crowd.
Relief, yeah, I'm relieved. I'm happy. I got adrenaline rush. Endorphin rush.
Buildings just engulfed downtown Minneapolis. Relief from people like Bree Graham, who did not know what would happen and who told us how this is something she'd been waiting for. And now the question becomes, is this just about George Floyd? What about Dante Ruck? What about other police encounters? This
is a historic moment. This is the stepping stone. We're on the escalator up. This ain't a staircase. This is gonna be an escalator, high-speed escalator to reforming the American police, reforming the international police, mostly the American police, because this has happened in other places. Sometimes it happens in the UK, and sometimes it happens in other OECD countries, but not like it does in the US. This is reforming. This is going to reform the whole system. And if it doesn't, well, it will.
Very much on the minds of the demonstrators here. But again,
we're gonna go right up that high-speed escalator. No more of this racist nonsense, garbage, murdering people that don't need to be murdered. All right, guys, listen. I'm gonna put this. This is my normally my K-pop music back here, my happy music. But let's put the happy music on. I'm just relieved. I know that's not my normal video, but I had to do a live stream of this because I really care about this trial. I've been watching the whole thing. Just wanted to know what was gonna happen. I was sleeping when it came out. I wanted to check it out. I love you guys. I'll be back when there's something to react to in K-pop. Probably maybe even Lisa's solo debut is rumored for June, but that's not as important as justice for George Floyd, for the whole community, the whole black community, the minorities in the United States and around the world. the African American, the blacks around the world, anyone that doesn't look like Derek Chauvin with a white face. I'm white, but I'm not gonna hurt nobody. I'm not gonna kill nobody like Chauvin did. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I'll see you guys later. Rest in peace to George Floyd. He's looking down right now. He's looking down right now, and he's with his mom. I hope he's with his mom, and they're smiling, looking like, hey, we changed the world. On that note, I'm gonna end it, guys. I love you very much. Bye-bye.